I think at this point, we can clearly see that Marlo is miserable, and I don't think it has anything to do with these kids. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Girl, Real House Girls, y'all know honestly, this last episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta and how Marlo is engaging and how she's talking to Kenya, how she's just hitting below the belt. I've kind of had it. I've kind of had it. If it's not her and Kenya, it's Drew and Sanya. It's just not clicking for me at all. So, girl, I'm going to be dragging this. Girl, and this episode kind of hit, home for me, hit close to home for me on some several things. So we're going to talk about it. So we start out this episode. Sheree is doing a podcast with her daughter. I thought this was really smart. This is cute to help her daughter get some visibility around, whatever she's doing. She's coming out doing the entertainment stuff. Like, you got direct access to your mother. This stuff with Tyrone just happened. Talk about it. So while she's having a conversation with her mama, they talking about sex and bumping the cats and doing some sliding position. I was like, girl, I don't know what it is. I don't really care. Then they start moving towards the breaking news of, Tyrone said he didn't want to meet up because he didn't want to go to jail, and then Sheree was putting him in danger and all that. Girl, it's a whole lot of mess. It's a whole lot of mess. And I just, the whole thing with Sheree and Tyrone, I really didn't expect Sheree to be really in it. Like, she broke down in tears later on in the episode, was crying. She was distraught. I really felt bad for her, to be honest. But we're gonna talk about that later. We move on to Marlo. Marlo is talking to these kids. She's talking to her nephews, and it's been some trouble. It's been, they've been acting out in school. They've been, not doing the stuff they need to do around the house and da-da-da. We found out later on in the episode, that one of them had hit a wall. One of them had, did some other stuff, left some clothes that was supposed to be washed, mildewed and all that. And Marlo just said she's had it. She's had it. She doesn't feel like she can do these things. She doesn't feel like she's a mother. Now, I'm going to kind of like tug on Marlo's wig a little bit, like Sheree did Kim. I feel like Marlo should have never brought these kids in front of this camera from the beginning. I think it was a mistake from the very beginning. That's what I told you from the beginning, Rima. That's what you told me from the beginning, Rima.
I don't understand. I don't understand, Paige. I don't understand.
I don't understand why Marlo brung the cameras in front of these kids' face to talk about these serious things. I just did not like it. This is a traumatic thing. They've lost their mother to, her being incarcerated, all that other stuff. Clearly the father's not involved. They're in a different environment, and to put cameras in their face to make them tell this, this trauma, relive this trauma in front of millions of people or less than 1 million people per episode. I just don't think it was it. I just don't think this was not a safe space for these kids to be vulnerable. I don't, and it was giving cash grab, to be honest. I really think that Marlo did somewhat use these kids to have a storyline on this show, and that she's tired. I think she does love these kids. I'm not gonna say she doesn't, but I think that she loves money too, and she saw an opportunity to make some money and to have this storyline. Like, this is a good storyline. I honestly was like kind of interested in it because my mother and father had to take on this role that Marlo is taking on, and I just want to see that. But now seeing how harmful it has been for the kids and the things that they experienced, I just don't think this is a good fit. I was always hesitant. I was even hesitant when Drew had her son, relieving trauma with the dad, and the dad not being there and getting out of jail. Just like, I don't think these kids need to be in front of the camera like that. And if y'all gonna have these kids in here relieving trauma and part of their storyline like this, they need to be getting paid by these production companies too. They need to be, if you're gonna have me in front of the camera, you making a check off of it, I need to be taking 15-20% of that check, and you like, I get it when I turn 18 or something. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it needs to be a conversation about that, especially even on TikTok and YouTube and stuff, how people be using their kids and stuff, entertainment, and putting them all in front of the cameras and stuff. Like, are these kids getting money from that? Like, are they making any money from it? I just was not feeling it. But I'm hoping that, Marlo is in a better place with these kids, and we're going to go talk about that later on. Kenya Moore and Sanya, they talking, and Sanya, I haven't really talked about Sanya much since she talked to her husband, and she said she did not want to have another baby, but her husband wants another child. And everybody is telling her different things. Drew is telling her, you have to give your man what he wants. And I'm like, girl, let me tell you something. Drew gets on my nerves with her big Christian energy. Girl, you've been drinking blood every first Sunday for the last how many years, and you can't get your own man to respect you and talk to you like you are a human. Like, girl, he be gaslighting you, they make fun of you. You are a fucking joke. So the Delilah spirit, the voodoo stuff, it's just like, girl, I get so confused when Christians try to make fun of voodoo, hoodoo, whatever. Like, oh, yes, it's witchcraft. Girl, you drink a man's blood. Like, you don't see the similarities to that? Speaking of, like, I don't want to get into a whole tangent because I know y'all didn't sign up for that, but it's just, I'm not understanding how folks be just throwing, I just don't get it. Like, look at yourself. You can look at yourself and say, hey, girl, like, why am I drinking? I didn't get it. Like, I'm uncomfortable with that. But then expect folks to be comfortable. Woo! I probably don't delete that. Probably won't. Probably will. But, girl, I don't even remember what Sanya and Kenya were talking about. Because Sanya came over to Kenya Moore's house. You know, they're talking about a bunch of nothing, girl. Like, it was just, like, a lot of these scenes, very scripted, Candy's calling. Let me take a call from Kandi. And it was just not giving. We move on to Sheree and Fatum. I think Fatum is how you pronounce it. That name is so beautiful. Fatum. I love it. I love that name. So Fatum is talking to Sheree. Sheree is talking about Tyrone. She's, talking about the thing that Tyrone's been doing and how he been playing her, and she feels stupid. And she just busts into tears. She said she can never find. I feel so bad for Sheree, because Sheree is a beautiful black woman. I love her. I actually like Sheree, even though we bumped heads several years ago, because she was selling them $5 pictures, and y'all know, if you know, you know. But I like Sheree, and this kind of made me like, oh my gosh, like, it made me like Sheree more, because I wasn't sure about this Tyrone thing, but it seems like that she was really, really liking this man. She was really feeling him. And to be played like she was played, girl, it's unfortunate. And girl, it tug on my heartstrings a little bit, because girl, these men in Atlanta, wherever, they be playing you, girl. I ain't gonna get into it too much. I probably will on Patreon. But these men in Atlanta ain't no good, girl. They don't do you no good. But moving on, cause man, woo. So Marlo sits down with Sheree and Sanya, like Sheree. So Marlo is out looking for furniture, and girl, the way she talked about how long furniture is taking, I'm glad somebody said it. As somebody who, I moved into my house in, June the 3rd of last year. It has been hell trying to get decent furniture. I'm so glad that Marlo brought this up, because I have been suffering in silence about it. A lot of my friends didn't get it. It's like, why is it taking so long for a couch? I've had to send two couches back, a table back 3 times. Finally got a dining room table. It has been hell. Like, I ordered a sectional in January of last year. It finally got in June. It was the wrong color. Then I got it again in December, and it was the wrong color again. It was just, girl, it's depressing. The table that I had took a long time to get here. And then when it got here twice, it was cracked. I just ended up just getting a whole nother table. So I get it. So Sheree and Sanya show up, and Marlo, starts talking about all the things that's going on. She said she's feeling some stuff, like it's a lot going on, a lot of tea. She need to catch up with the girls and all that. She did say that Kenya can't take her. Kenya cannot take her. She said, Kenya cannot take me at all. And Marlo is trying to use this story. You can see her kind of dropping the tease a little bit. She's been going through a lot with the kids. She kicked them out. She said she couldn't do it. She told the story about, the wet clothes being left behind, the tater chips, the taking the laptop out of the room, and all the other stuff. I get it. Like, this is some of the same things I've heard my mother talking about, like raising like kids and stuff. Like, and it's just, I felt for Marlo when she shared that, but I also did not like the fact that she just kicked him out like that. I felt like you cannot do that like that. You cannot. I wonder how she did that. I wonder, did she approach them with care? Did she abandon them? Because like now you are doing the same thing that their mother has done, and that is not going to help the situation. So I appreciate, you know, the girls telling her like, Marlo, like, you got to get it together. But she said she needed a break, which makes sense. You know, family comes together and help each other out. That's what they're supposed to do, girl. My family ain't did none of that. But that's a whole nother story. We ain't gonna drag the family, because y'all know I will. But you know, Marlo's sister is keeping the kids and stuff for a month, and then Marlo said she just needs to get it together. I just don't know how I feel about this whole storyline, because it's like, you know, Marlo has essentially kind of used these kids for a storyline a little bit. She's bringing face forward. I just don't agree. I think Marlo could have adopted these kids, done all the things, and not have them so much in the camera. Like, even when they was talking to their mom, like, she had the cameras on them, and it was just, I don't think folks understand, we're looking from the lens, but to be there in that moment, seeing the producer talk through it and all the other stuff, that I haven't seen it, but I know how that looks. And it's just not like you talking, you having a real conversation, a real thing, and now you see them cameras are on you. These boys are old enough to be on social media, to know what stuff is going on. They probably talked about it in the school, and after they talked to their mother, they rebel. They've been rebellious a little bit. And Marlo is trying to give them love and care and stuff, but she's going about it the wrong way. It just was not doing it for me. I didn't like it. I just wasn't feeling it at all. So Sheree says she wants the girls to come and have a girls' night at her house. She wants like a slumber party. The girls need to come over. Y'all need to like drink, weed, paint, sip, all that other stuff. And she putting it together. The girls get over to Sheree's house. The stuff is laid out. The food look good, girl. Let me tell you something. One thing about the food, the food looked good. The food looked good. Sheree had to set up. Now that furniture in that house looked cheap as hell. She might have been talking about $20,000, $30,000 chandeliers and stuff. But the furniture in that house, there were so many empty spaces, and that's coming from me because I love a modern look. I love a clean. I don't like too much clutter, girl. I don't like all that stuff. I don't want to be in no house with a whole bunch of stuff everywhere. It gives dust and dirt, and I just don't want to live like that. But it was just so many like pieces that just looked very cheap and it didn't look good. And I was like, I don't know about that. So, but the food layout, Sheree put together a thing. Like, I want to throw a birthday brunch for myself next month for my birthday. And I want to do something like that. I want to like have something really, really cute. Maybe a cute slumber party or something. Maybe that would be cute. Maybe I need to do a birthday slumber party. Oh, that would be cute, girl. Oh, girl, that would be sickening boots to do a cute little slumber party. Oh my God, that would be really fun. I might do that. I might do a cute little slumber party in my house for my birthday. Period. The girls show up. Okay, girl, it's giving. What's some folks who be doing deviant events, but I'm also put fat folks on the flyer. For those who've been following, I don't know, for the gays who watch, you know, this is the thing called deviant. They be doing some good parties and stuff. Get off on a tangent, but okay, this is my channel. I can do what I want. But they be doing deviant parties and stuff, and the girls show up in their jock straps, and the girls be giving. They be like giving life. They be looking good. I be wanting to go. But when you look at the flyer, look at the Instagram, it's nothing but gym body folks, a fat person here and there. But they supposed to be inclusive, but I don't see any fat folks on the flyers and all the other stuff. I'm pretty sure deviant probably have heard me talk about that. We can have a conversation about it, but I just don't. If you're gonna say inclusive, I need to see all bodies, not just no gym body person who y'all want to call thick and fat. Period. But the layouts look good. All I can think about, Marlo got the girls, she got the gays with her. You know, the gays was pooching around. All I can think about was Marlo saying, go hang around with them. Cause Sheree gonna hang around the queens, girl. Sheree hangs around the girls. And they sit down, Fatum is there. She's talking, she said she ran a background check on Drew and Ralph. And I'm like, this is very weird. Sheree said she didn't know anything about it. I was like, this doesn't make any sense to be doing that. But I'm like, okay, you know, this is, okay, girl, like, okay. So, come to find out they had a lot of aliases and all the other stuff. It doesn't seem like it's no real tea. It doesn't seem like it's no real tea to me. Just like that bunch of aliases. That Kandi did throw the shade and said, well, girl, that's what you do when you got bad credit. I didn't know changing your name like that would help you. Let me figure out how to do that too. If it's a scam, let me know, because all I know about is the CPN. That's all I know about, but I've never used that before. I have used my LLC to get an apartment because my credit was shot and I had an eviction. Girl, that was the only thing that saved me back in 2018, period. So the new models come out, girl, the new models coming out, and it was like, okay, I recognized one of the models. It was cute. It was, I don't know, I was a little bored a little bit. I was like, Kandi said she ain't got nothing to do with this. Marlo come in, oh my God, why Kenya call her the Sasquatch? It was so, oh my God, it was so bad. It was so bad. Marlo walked in, she speaking, Sanya and Drew them bumped heads while they paint pins and stuff. How y'all see all this beautiful, and y'all were out here arguing. Sanya and Drew's argument actually makes no lick of sense to me. Why are y'all, like, y'all don't have this much of a rapport to even be upset at each other like this. Like, girl, y'all are, the storyline for me has run stale. Like, it's tired. Like, I'm like, get it out of here. I'm bored. Like, I am bored with Drew and Sanya. I don't even know what even coming from. Sanya not paying a past due bill or something on some makeup. What is it? Sanya just be popping off. Like, I don't even get why she's so upset. And Drew wasn't even really, like, raising her voice or anything. Let me tell you something. I had to tell somebody the other day. I was trying to help them to get their stuff together, and they started cursing at me. I said, they was texting me. I might talk about the story on Patreon, but it's a little sensitive. But they was cursing at me through text message. I said, girl, let this be your last time cursing at me. One thing about it, I don't raise my voice when it comes to like real world and talking to somebody. I'm not raising my voice, and I don't have to curse at nobody to get my point across because my voice is very that girl. So I'm not gonna be cursing. This boy was like cursing at me because he had messed up. Like, girl, let me tell y'all something. Y'all be talking to these bummy ass men. And y'all be wanting the other folks to do stuff like that you're not asking the bummy man to do. Girl, no. Keep asking the grandmama's the baby. Period. So I didn't get that. So Marlo and Kandi talk, and Marlo is telling Kandi about all the things that's going on about the boys, and Candi's keeping it real. First of all, Kandi came in there in the outfit. Kandi looked good. I talked about it on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, King of Reeds, period. She looked really, really good. The rest of the girls, I don't know what's going on with the camera quality or what's the tea, but baby, the skin was not, baby, everybody look, girl, how orange you look. Girl, look, everybody look orange as hell on this episode. Lisa Wu drunk ass there. She drunk, boots, drunk talking, baby. I screamed when somebody said, damn, girl, you been talking so damn much. Let somebody else talk. Lisa Wu, it was so cringy. Lisa was just trying to claw herself back on Housewives. Girl, that ship, the storyline for me has run stale. Girl, Lisa Wu, that storyline is gone, girl. We're not interested in you, like, and we don't want to hear you talk because you don't be saying nothing. You be fake positive energy. Girl, go play with a pot and make up this sound bowl or something, girl. Go away from me with this Apollo. But Kandi and Marlo's talk goes good, and I think Marlo was just using, oh my God, the boys, and this is why I'm talking to you. You know, this is why I've been so mean, and this is why I'm dealing with all these issues. I'm like, okay, girl, we can say that. You can apologize and all that, but then you go right back to harassing Kenya. Like, let's talk about that. The way that Marlo was talking about Kenya was drunk boost. I love drunk Kenya. Drunk Kenya. Ken, oh, I love me some Ken, girl. Kenya was drunk, boost, and she was just having a good time. She was partying. It was so good to see Kenya so free and just talking. Oh my God, I loved it. And Marlo could not stand it, girl. She was so mad. Kenya would say something so small to Marlo, like, girl, you ain't got no man. And Marlo would respond, well, your man left you and your mama don't like you and go dig your grandmama. It be like, Marlo be going from 0 to 100 like within seconds. And it's not even, you are a hurt soul. There's no reason, there's no way in the hell I would be cool with Marlo talking to me like that. Like, you say some shady shit, like, can you with your raggedy bro, like something like that. But to say my mama didn't love me, and to go like really below the belt, like some therapist type of stuff. Like, you can call a girl bro, like, hey girl, that's why this and that. You need to be having a conversation with your man, but like stuff that you know that's real personal. Because I know they have to play this game on there and shade each other, whatever. But it was just like Marlo be hitting really below the belt when it comes to Kenya. And I'm glad that Kenya just was not paying her any attention. Like, Kenya was like, girl, I don't have time for her. Like, girl, I can get a man, baby. She said, I am the moment. She walked up to that camera. I was here for it. Come on, Ken. Come on, Ken, we loved it. I'm glad they took the camera off of Lisa Wu drunk ass because she was just a mess. Girl, we get to the coochie incense. That was funny, fun. Then we got Drew. Oh my God, that's demonic. Girl, you might need to be putting your pussy in some damn incense. Maybe your man will stop getting hotel rooms in different states. Girl, it was just fun. It was just fun type of stuff. And the way they ended it, me screaming. Sheree was twerking on it. She's like, I am feeling a little tingle. Oh my God, then Drew hugged, sucking the fun out of stuff. She just, this is demonic. And I just like, this is why y'all need to sit down. I ain't never seen somebody, let me tell you, one thing I can't stand is a real loud Christian that life is in shambles. Your marriage is in shambles. Your damn husband ain't even adopting your child like you want. He don't even like, girl, respect you. But it's like, be calm. Put your mask back on. Be calm. Like, I just don't get it. But I thought the incense stuff was funny. Sheree was having a good blast with that. It was hilarious. This episode was funny boots. Can you run around? Like, it was just so funny and fun. I loved it. They made me want to do a slumber party now. I want to do a slumber party. Period. So we get to the new shit. We get to the new things. Girl. Ooh, we get to the mid-season trailer. She by Sheree. What's happening? Is she coming? Everybody's Atlanta here. You ain't got them in the pieces. I don't know what about Sheree. I don't understand how you doing an event for your clothing and you have on Louis Vuitton. It's not making sense to me. I'm like, girl, why you got on Louis Vuitton? And you supposed to have on your own pieces. So we got that, like they're going to Jamaica. It's gonna be some drama. Baby, when Kandi had said, I'm not Michelle Obama. When you go low, I go low down there with you, bitch. Period. Same. When they go low, you go high. Girl, no man, we down in the trenches. Period. Mid-season trailer. She looks something. I can tell the budget is very lacking. This last episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta did under 900,000 viewers for this past episode. I think it was a decent episode, but I think the drama is very, very manufactured, and I think they need to probably take a break for about 2 seasons, to be honest, and regroup, reboot. Boop, boop. For those who know this show, the anime reboot. Is reboot an anime? I don't know, but it was one of my favorite when I was growing up. But girl, this episode of Housewives of Atlanta was cute. She was popular to boot. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode. Let me know what you thought about my review. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later on. Bye.